Now, I can tell you now, categorically, the reason why Anthony Joshua underperformed last week and lost the way he did was because of this. How much knowledge and skill has that guy got, do you think? From how long has he been boxing? 20 odd years or something like that? If that's your life every single day, it doesn't matter what you're doing, would you admit you're going to get good at something if you're doing it 20 years in, day out? Yeah. We know that he's got the knowledge, we know that he's got the skills, but he didn't utilise them. People are talking about some real basics he didn't do. So some real amateur things. Has anyone seen the video clips of it? Any boxing fans? Okay, some of you. Yeah, quite a few of you. And people said he was making mistakes that not even a week one amateur boxer would make. He made absolute amateur mistakes. Now, do you think someone that is experienced and being a two-time world champion doesn't know those things? Of course he knows those things. And this model is telling us why we don't get results. So what really shocked me was I got an opportunity a couple of months ago to go visit Anthony Joshua sparring with David Adler, and there was only me and him that went there, and he was sparring him in preparation for his fight. I didn't know how he was going to be because I'd heard mixed things in terms of how he shows up. Sometimes you see this really friendly, positive guy, and sometimes he's come out with quotes that have maybe upset people. He was very welcoming when we went into the gym. After he finished sparring, he came over to me, because I had my discipline top on, and he said, while I was in the corner sparring, he said, your discipline top kept catching my eye, and I kept saying to myself, stay disciplined. And he went, isn't it funny how many conversations we have? He said, when I'm in the ring sparring, he said, I'm having all of these conversations going through my head all the time. He knew that I was there with David, and he knew I was there working with Josh, and we just got talking about mindset. What I identified really quickly is that this guy was an unconscious competent. So he was very good at what he does, but he didn't know what he was actually doing. And that's a dangerous place to be. Why? You can't replicate it. That's the exact thing. So people say, why does he sometimes show up like this and then he shows up like that? He shows up like this, he shows up like that, because he's not aware of what he's doing. And I recognised straight away in his team, I thought, you've got a massive gap in your team. So you're literally rolling a dice of which AJ is going to turn up in this fight. The knowledge was there, the skills are there. The guy's an absolute monster. You see him when the pictures of him on TV. When I sat next to him, I was there and he was here. I was just like, fucking hell, he's an absolute giant. 6'6". The muscle on his leg is about that thick that comes off the front of his leg. He literally looks like he's been carved out of stone. Yeah, here he is. Result, absolutely dreadful, and it's because of this here. So I want to look into it because we're all impacted by this. So what this model says is performance, which is your results, equals your potential. And your potential is your knowledge and skills. So that's a K and an S, so knowledge and skills. So the more knowledge you've got and the more skills you've got, the higher your potential. Okay? Which is why we do things like we're doing today now. By increasing our awareness or increasing our knowledge and skills, we're impacting our potential to influence a result.